Alright, well, we are back and we have adjusted the stream name accordingly. Close this. And we can. So, currently, this is the same as my previous list, but I've just swapped the two Ashiok for Fraying Sanities because Ashiok does not play well with Fraying Sanity, exiling instead of putting cards in the graveyard. Don't know if that's correct, but worth trying. So let's give it a shot. Play lobby, friendly modern 5-match league. Okay, detail that should be there. Join league. Did not do very well the last league. I don't know. It was like 4 in the morning. I was barely awake. Submit this one and 8 ticks. Then we can get into it. Okay, if anyone has any questions about the deck or the quality of the stream, anything in general, drop by in the chat. I'd be more than happy to answer. Alright, taking a bit of time in the queue. Okay. So, played a PPTQ earlier for the Predator Rivals of Ixalan. Didn't do spectacular. Went 4-2. Well, that was enough to make 12th, but not enough to move on. It was fun enough though. Paid for my entry with the prizing. Was able to round 1 face. What was it? Yes, Black White Death and Taxes, which is a pretty good matchup if I can get anything off. Got that 2-1. Round 2 lost to Amulet Bloom 1-2 due to some bad draws and a copious amount of Leyline and Sanctity. Round 3 I beat Abzan Midrange 2-1. Round 4 I lost to Death Shadow. Grixis Death Shadow 0-2. Round 5 I beat Blue Eye Control 2-0. And round 6 I beat 5 Color Humans 2-0. And hopefully join the game. There we go. This is a 1, 2, 3 lands. This is not spectacular. However, depending on the matchup, this could be alright. I'm gonna keep this because they mulled a 6. And we do have a draw step. And I don't know how great having multiple Ensnaring Bridges is, but Mesmeric Orb into Frank. Oh no. Actually no, if this is Eldrazi Tron, this could be alright. And if it's regular Tron, we have 2 Ghost Quarters, so I'm not exactly afraid. Alright, cool. Drew a card. Probably gonna fetch out Hallowed Fountain tapped here. And we'll see what flavor of Tron our opponent is on. And if anyone in the chat has any opinions on, like, if they want me to make the cards bigger, make the chat smaller, or something like that, lay it on me, and I can try to just Chalice on 1. It's probably Chalice on 1. Ballista on 1. Oh, they must be kind of desperate. Alright. Can I get a Hallowed Fountain tapped? Ballista is something that we might want. Shouldn't be a problem for a bit, but it's something we do not want to have to deal with for a very long time. Alright, Hallowed Fountain. in hindsight, probably should have gotten Goblet Shrine to turn on Damnation, but we have Ghost Quarters for fixing. So we should be just fine. Alright, what's the draw here? Archive Trap's not bad. Being able to... Well, obviously I'm going to try to slam Bridge and hope we don't get thought... slam Orb and hope we don't get Thought Knotted, play Bridge next turn, but fraying Sanity into Archive Trap is the clearest line to win the game here, in my eyes. Barring a copious number of big beasties coming, or Eldritch Abominations coming at us. Cool. Honestly, I don't know if I want them to draw those or not. I mean, we get down our Ensnaring Bridge. Or do I guess I think I want Fraying Sanity down first, I guess. Yeah, I think I want Fraying Sanity down, and so because I have redundant bridge, but then they could just top deck Eldrazi Temple and slam Reality Smasher, which is a concern. But so I draw a card, go up to 7 here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be out of Smasher range anyway. Let's see. So I'll still have 5 cards in hand. I'm not getting out of Smasher range this turn. So I suppose we go on the all-in mill plan and try to figure out what's happening in terms of protection next turn. If we get Reality Smasher, that sucks, but that's life. I also won the graveyard. Not like that's much, because this is all over the place in terms of what they have, but... Oh, power plant. Thought Seer. Coming down. Okay. They see Archive Trap. But will they see... They can't take both Ensnaring Bridges, which is nice. We have some safety in that. Well, like, otherwise I would have just slammed Bridge and tried to figure out the rest from there, but... Double Bridge is the entirety of the reason why I slept on putting it into play directly. And this is not bad. They get to... Is it a May? You choose a non-land card, so they have to take a card from our hands. So they do not get the choice of letting us keep our large hand. Oh, taking Archive Trap. Makes sense, but they're still milling 9 next turn, probably. Oh, not even attacking with Ballista. Alright. Okay. Our opponent is quite perplexed by this Fraying Sanity trigger. So, I don't know how good Fraying Sanity actually is. It feels really good. Alright, cool. It feels really good building up a big bomb and then dropping it to mill a bunch of cards. Wow, there goes another Archive Trap. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, cool. So... So yeah. Just gonna drop Hedron Crab here. I can figure out the ballista situation later. Not too afraid of that. Yes, I would like to mill number 3. Yep. And I would like to play Ensnaring Bridge. And sure, they could play Karn, but I'd really rather they didn't, and I should think they will respect my wishes in this at least. Oh, that's 2 Karns. Oh, well, most Eldrazi Tron decks, those are their Karns, so they don't get more than 2. Dismember, okay. Ooh, oh, Eldrazi Temple. That looked like something else for a second there. I suppose the slag is kind of become not even attacking with the big guy. All right. All right. Draw. I could draw 3 cards, but I'm gonna do that. Oh, who's to say I can't do it now? I'm gonna do it on their turn. So Urza's power plant, tower. So mine. So they're down 2 mines already. Okay, and so they mill 0. Okay. Tap. Alright, so mine, power plant. They're already down. They're down more power plants, so I'm going to Ghost Core. Well, first I'm gonna start with pathing Walking Ballista. And at the end of the turn, I'm gonna on the second main, I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Okay, stopping my opponent's turn. Okay, they shot me, which is another card in the VR for Insanity. Okay. Let's see, then I'll blow up power plant. Oh, not even going for it. That's alright. Oh, Ghost Quarter. Okay, I'll get a... Yeah, I need lands to be able to play things. Guess I'll get a Swamp. Yes. If I draw a Fatal Push, that'd be great. Well, off this Visions. What is What are they doing? Alright, cool. I will draw 3 cards. Hope some number of them are lands or things I can play so I cannot get killed by Walking Ballista. Okay. This isn't bad. Alright. End turn. Mill them for 4. And I can take a hit from Walking Ballista because I'm milling them for 20 here. Let's see, we have mainboard Pithing Needles. Alright. Warping Whale. They probably have more than one Warping Whale, but I mean, no, Warping Whale's not a card you play as a one-of. Real question is, do they have it in hand with 2 cards in hand? Okay. Well, I'll play this card. Glimpse. Target my opponent. Will this get Warping Whale? I don't know why I didn't play Shellrock there. That was foolish. Oh, and they concede. Cool. Let's get that snipping tool. This is getting real slow because my computer is not adequate to do this. What's good, man? How you doing? It's good, Arkosh. Yeah, Fraying Sanity is a fun and fair Magic the Gathering card. So, Eldrazi Tron, just bring in more removal. Go down 1 Fatal Push, and they not both Fatal Pushes. Bring in Pithing Needle for card and Ballista. Trim of Visions because and trim a Trapmaker Snare. Actually, I usually cut both snares. And go up Incursion because that will gave me a bunch of Fragmentizes. I suppose I could use 1. And trim an Archive Trap because they've seen what that card does. I could see an argument for taking the second Fatal Push, but Fragmentize hits I don't know. I don't remember exactly why, but that's usually what I do. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. This curves out adequately. I mean, it's it has a decent payoff card, but not a great payoff card. Oh. That's nice. I mean, if they have Tron next turn, then good for them, I suppose. I can... Okay. Mesmeric Orb is a very good draw here. And, let's see. Yeah, if they're just on the Tron game plan, then that's not good for me. But it's something that they are on the Tron game plan. Let's hope that Tron just means not Walking Ballista, just means something or other as opposed to Karn. Turn 3 Karn is not what I sideboarded for. It is in fact the exact opposite. Did not hit any Karns, so I need black-white. Oh, I have to Ghost Core them, don't I? Yes, I do. That's life. So power plant, power plant. The third power plant is there, so I need. Well, I can get something else later. So I want blue black. I want watery grave. Yeah, I want Goblin Shrine taps. Alright. Archive Trap would be an alright draw here. Like, the plan now is take them off Tron and hopefully me missing this land drop to play Ghost Quarter will hamstring them enough that we can catch back up. Surgical Extraction would also be an alright draw here. Yep, power plant. That's not that. Well, so gotta be done sometime. Mine and pass, but hold on their upkeep. I don't need their main phase anymore. They're kind of running down the clock here, but I can see how this lag would cause me to be too. Alright, just one moment. Yep. Alright, let's see. Is my second main, so on upkeep. Yeah, so they have fewer mines in their deck, so probably just gonna blow up Urz's mine. Gotta hit the light. Actually, make my keys visible. And oh, they searched. That's no fun. Alright. Matter Reshaper. Not that scary. So now I can play Island in the Mesmeric Orb, follow it up with Crab Delta Glimpse. Feels pretty good. Okay. Well, alright. Island Orb. And Eldrazi a pretty good matchup. Like, when they do busted things, when they do the thing that other decks lose to also, which includes turn 2, Thought-Knots, turn 3 Reality Smashers, yeah, we lose to that. Let's see, Tower, so mine. Like, I mean, but then again, everyone loses to those hands. Like, we can still present a decent case for... Okay. So, Thought-Knot could be incoming here, but not... But I'm drawing 3 cards next turn off of Vision, so... Not the scariest thing in the world. Mind Stone. Alright. As of right now, I can gain 18 life off of this Crypt Incursion. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I get into that. I feel like I'm in a decent position. Yeah, they could just top deck into Tron, smack smack card on the table, and start going to town on my lands. Or probably Mesmeric first. But, well, is it worth it to Crypt? I guess they're just gonna leave that up forever. And hopefully they start activating it, they start milling more. hopefully activating on us. Leaving their precious graveyard intact. Why not Ghost Quarter and draw step in case they do the basic? That's a good play. That's a good point. I don't know. I didn't want them to. I didn't want to essentially create them. Oh, another crab. I didn't want to essentially create another mana for them by, in case they had an instant or something. It's probably nothing, and it really and what you're saying was it's basically correct, yeah. But I had this fear that they would have an instant or something they could pop off and get some value out of the extra mana I'd create by tapping their land. But in all honesty, there's nothing that deck really does that does that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're playing Thought-Knot next turn, so I not Thought-Knot, Reality Smasher, and I can take a hit from Smasher. Can I? Well, let's see. Hallowed Fountain. I milled Watery Grave, so I need Hallowed Fountain so I can tap for one of each Esper color. This might be a mistake, but this is probably not the worst mistake I'm going to make tonight. So this is one of those low tier mistakes where I hopefully don't get punished for. But I also kind of want to be live to cast Supreme Verdict at some point, which is a goal I have in mind. Blue. And hopefully they don't see Hedron Crab as something too scary until it's far too late. By that time, I mean draw 3 cards off of Visions, play Hedron Crab, play Fetch Land, mill them for 12. And 12 is a magic number here, because they're milling 4 on untap. And they could, barring them playing into Tron, let's see, Tower, they need Urza's Mine, so there's 1, 2, there are 2 mines left in their deck. They actually have a pretty decent chance of drawing into it, though I don't think Karn saves them anymore. Oh. See. Oh. Urza's Mine, Power Plant. Yeah, what am I talking about? How did I miss those Urza's Mines? Yeah. Those are gone. Smasher. Well. Oh, they tapped out too. Cool. I can just Crypt Incursion and then let them tap themselves to death. There are a couple lines here that kill them. Though the safest one, it's entirely possible that I just don't draw a land here. The safest one is Crypt Incursion. If they can't, if they play a land, I have to go on the risky line. Try to find a land so I can Visions Crab fetch land. But the safest line here is they can't pop Relic. So Crypt Incursion, go to 40 or whatever. 3, 6, 9, 12. Basically fog for a turn or 2. And let them just kill themselves with Mesmeric Orb. Or that. You know, that works too. Top decks are real. Lightning Helix is not the card I just played, but let's get another blocker in there just in case they manage to grab something spectacular. Alright. Well, that's round 1. Assuming they lose here, it's entirely possible that... What am I talking about? I am a pessimist. I need to believe in myself. They don't play the Shuffle Titans. I mean, some budget versions of Eldrazi Tron play like the Titans as finishers instead of Karn, but even then they played with Ceaseless Hunger, not the Infinite Gyre for Ulamog's. Alright, join match. And let's see what fresh hell this is. Well, off the die roll, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. I mean, this is the card I want when I'm playing when I have 5 lands. I kept 7. So I'm going to keep purely on the strength of Feeding Crab. It's going to die. But this deck does not always mulligan very well. And yeah, this hand beats a couple decks. This hand loses hard to a lot of decks. If this is Vizier Company, I am some level screwed. Well, if I'm trying to race, that's the best possible card I could have. When I can just start 12ing them each turn. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. I need like a Path to Exile or something. Birds? Birds. There's a 0 between the both of us. There's currently Sergeant Extraction. That's a good draw. There's currently 0 power on the field, and I'm okay with this. All right, mill them for 12, and let's see what kind of shenanigans we can hit out of that yard. All right, Devoted Druid, Vizier, Kitchen Finks, Collected Company. Wait, is this Classic Finks Company? Goblet Shrine. Do I want to untap to try to represent Removal Spell? Yeah, I can just tap into Surgical anyway. It's probably not gonna matter. I have 2 blockers, and as long as they're scared of Path, though I don't know if they even expect Path. Razor Edge Thicket, Duskwatch Recruiter, Noble Hierarch. I have hit exactly nothing. I, however, am not really gonna Surgical Kitchen Finks right now because I'm not afraid of it as a 3/2, and I'm not afraid of it as a combo piece because I have 2 things I can eat right out of the graveyard. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chord for 3. My Kingdom for Ballista on... Oh no, that's not good. Yeah. Mesmeric Orb could be nice here. Still, Removal Spell is probably the way to go, but... Well, gotta try... Well, before they can pump Ballista and kill my crab, gotta make it worth something. Well, there's Vizier of Remedies. Do I just go for that right now? I think the answer is yes. Well, they can't chord for 2. It's probably the best thing to hit because it hits multiple combos. And it's possible they concede here. Unlikely, but possible. I've had people concede to less. So, playing control. I was playing as Blue Eye Control earlier. Don't know if they realized that getting into the trials just straight up beats me, but they conceded to Fraying Sandy on turn 3. I have mixed feelings about that card. Oh, what's happening here? Alright. Selfless Spirit Plains. Oh, that's... Well, they are drawing dead. Normally I try to leave whatever I Surgical in the graveyard if they have no recursion, but they're playing 4 copies of Eternal Witness, and so So they have Ronas and their win cons are infinite mana into Ronas or Ballista. So they're not playing the lands, so I need to watch out for that. Though Piercing Needle, if I can stop the infinite mana, it shouldn't be a problem anyway. That's 4. Yep. Then crack this. Watery Grave. Tap. Yeah, I'm going to a low life total, but I'm okay with this because I have X mana gain, 3 mana gain a whole bunch of life right here. And I'm not exactly afraid of whatever they could be doing. They can at most make 1 extra power next turn, and I can choose not to block, and they can shoot down my crab if they wish, which is fine. They can spend their entire ballista on 2 crabs, which is not nothing. Well, there's the planes out of their hands. I am not going to block that, because that would be very foolish. Eternal Witness. Okay. Getting back probably Collected Company, I would assume. Yep, that's the pick. Well, that's a surgical extraction that is too little, too late. Going to mill them for 3. And they're going to company end of turn, so I'm going to... You want to go squirt myself? I can cast Damnation anyway, but I think I do, yes. I'm gonna try to bait them into tapping out for Collected Company, which is not really bait. They're just gonna do that because that's the right play here. Alright, well, they can Collected Company. And... Oh, Ronos. Duskwatch. These are not things I want to be seeing. Well, still into my turn. Gonna tap a mana. Blow this up. And... get a... Yeah, I want another basic island because I have triple black. Alright, mill them for a bunch. Then eat their graveyard and go to an unreasonable life total. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable. I put in a lot of work making the graveyard nice and large, and they should appreciate me for that. By the way, Kurgot, thanks for the updates. I'm really slipping, and I usually try to keep track of stuff in the snip when I'm off stream, but I appreciate the help. Begin sideboarding. So, against this deck, they have a whole... So, what's funny is Mesmeric Orb and Devoted Druid means for every mana they make, they mill 1. So they have to deck themselves. So they have to deck themselves for infinite mana. Snares are good. I want Ravenous Trap because I want to empty their graveyard whenever I need to. I want to be able to Supreme Verdict, which is nice. Bridge is good. Incursion is worth a 3 of. Fragmentize is a probably not. These two come in. What's not worth it? I need early interaction that Visions does not necessarily provide. Breaking's just not worth it. Breaking's usually an early cut. I guess Crypt Incursion and Ensnaring Bridge occupy the same slot, so cut Incursion. They do have... I don't know how useful Wrath's gonna be, and Damnation. Well, of course it's gonna be useful, but they have persist creatures. They have Selfless Spirit that they can court up. So I don't know if 2 is great. Let's see. I don't want to cut another surgical. I'll trim one. I'll trim the extirpate because it's kind of underperforming. In paper, I have a 4th surgical, but I still have to try to homogenize my paper list and online list. Oh, they did not go. So this hand's fine. This hand has removal spells and ensnaring. It has removal spells, a decent clock, and ensnaring bridge. This is where I want to be. Even better. The only way this hand could get better is a 3rd land or some archive traps. Thoughts on putting Mindbreak Trap in the board? I like it, but the problem is against Storm, it doesn't really stop them because my main plan against Storm is Surgical Pass in Flames or try to get their win cons. Mindbreak Trap is a consideration, and it was one of the reasons I originally started running Trapmaker Snare. But the thing I don't like about it is that Storm, I can Mindbreak Trap and they can just keep going off. Do you want a path here? Or push? I don't want them getting this back, because them getting this... So I think this one I'm fine with pathing. Black-white, Goblin Shrine. This one I want to path. Yes, they get the land, but they're not hurting for mana anyway. Because this one, if they get back in play immediately, it's a nightmare. Whereas, if I had Surgical Extraction, I'd be pushing it, but Devoted Druid, if they get back with Eternal Witness, they still have to hard cast and they still have to wait for Summoning Sixes to wear off, so I'm not too afraid of that. Damnation is pretty nice if we can get some lands. And it is pretty cool. I don't know how long I don't know if we're gonna be able to be playing Glimpses every turn now, because we have to keep removal up. Pride Mage, yeah, thought so. Devoted Druid. Well, 1 Druid down. And 2 removal spells left. So the way I usually win against this deck is either an early Surgical Extraction, taking their win con out of their deck, or just playing the control game and having their plan B be completely insufficient in every way. So they're obviously going to try to coordinate the combo. And I'm not going to let that happen in any way. Or they're going to company now and just give it to me. Alright. I suppose they want to Eternal Witness and Devoted Druid now if they can. Yep, there's Eternal Witness. Oh, that's why I path for that. Okay. Let's see. Getting back company. Yep. Getting back Devoted Druid. Well, I don't think they can play Devoted Druid this turn. So I'm going to just... I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. Land Crab is something I might consider. They still need to be able to tap the Druid, and I guess they can court up. I still have paths, so I'm just gonna go for a glimpse and try to get in my game plan where I can. Lingering Souls, not quite sure. Like this seems like much more of a mid-range version that I've seen, more akin to the Abzan company lists that I saw before. But this is much more mid-rangey than regular Vizier Company, because regular Vizier Company is usually get the combo turn 3 or flounder doing nothing, attempting to play Kitchen Finks as your win con. Cool. And here comes the Court of Calling, telegraphed from all the way downtown. Hedron Crab. Or collected company, something of that. Something akin to that. And gonna path it on my end step. Well, actually, Dusk Watch. Yeah, I don't want them using the graveyard as a resource anymore. So on my end step, going to path Devoted Druid, and hopefully work up to this Damnation. That'll be pretty sweet. And they cannot court for Selfless Spirit in response. Untap Devoted Druid. Oh, they're putting it in the graveyard. Fair enough. That's actually not... That's a maneuver I have not ever seen before. That's probably the best way to fight Path to Exile. Okay. Well, joke's on them. They denied themselves a land. Abrupt Decay the Crab. Heresy. Well, at least you're not playing Collected Company right now. Okay. And let's see how long it takes before they realize that combo is not the game plan they want to be on, and they want to try to start using the Lingering Souls that are just sitting there. Not quite sure how long this takes, but hey, I got a while. They're not even attacking. I don't know how wise that is. Company. Okay. Devoted Druid. And Birds of Paradise. Do I push here or try for Damnation? I don't really have much else I want to be playing, so I'm going to try... And they're not even attacking me. Ah, well, get rewarded. They can chord X2. If they have it, I see 2 chords in the graveyard. That's the one way I get punished, but they can chord X2 no matter what. So... Oh, they can chord X2 for Selfless Spirit. Well, we gotta hope they don't have it. And we also gotta hope they don't see the line. Because they could chord for Selfless Spirit in response to Fatal Push too. And they do. Really wish I could find a Mesmeric Orb one of these games. That's a house against this deck. Any creature deck, really. Fail to find. I don't know if that's a misclick or not, but I'll take it. Hey, take what I can get. Okay. Are they on Lingering Souls play now? Well, they're on black mana, but... Eternal Witness? Okay. Well, I have some bad news for my opponent. If they think they're gonna go off the Druid. A Surgical Extraction would put an end to all this nonsense, and that would be pretty nice. Barring them naturally getting up to 34 mana and Walking Ballistic me to death. Pretty sure that should be alright. Okay. Best. Oh, really? Oh, and they have black source. All right, Devoted Druid. Well, Well, I guess here goes this. And here goes this. So, that's Eternal Witness, Eternal Witness. So we've seen 3 Eternal Witnesses, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And we've seen 3 Viziers, and 2 Devoted Druids. So their deck is still not awful to combo with. They probably have Vizier in hand. Noble. And now they're on the aggro plan. Too little, too late. I think they left something like, what, 7, 8 damage on the table just by not attacking with witnesses? Okay. That's what I was talking about earlier, to dubious specificity. They're not spectacular. This deck in particular is not spectacular at producing a plan B. Whereas at least Absent and Company could play Tireless Tracker, well, the old company list could play Tireless Tracker or some other kind of mid-range wonder, and still have it cohesive with the rest of the deck. Okay, on their upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna hold on to this path because I don't feel, unless they double pump the, unless I'm taking lethal from this Noble Hierarch, I'm just going to hold on to this path just in case. I don't think there's a way I die to combo, but there's always a way. There's always a way to lose. Dumbledore? I have no idea what you're saying. My opponent is currently reconsidering several life choices, hopefully. Oh, beginning of combat. This is what? +2, +0? So I can take what? 5? They have me on a 3-turn clock if I don't top deck something. Oh, I'm taking 4. Oh, okay. They have me on a 4-turn clock. I'm taking 3. They have me on a 5-turn clock. The more I talk about it, the better it gets. Which is very rare. But, hey, I'll take what I can get. Gets out of my hands. And pass. They're pathing their own eternal. I would not have thought they needed a land because they have Noble Hierarch, but perhaps they're just trying to look at what's in their library. Failified. I'm legitimately confused. I don't know what went into that. I don't know what came of it. But it was certainly something. Let's see. How many Devoted Druids and Viziers did they have? So they had 4 Eternal Witnesses. They had 4 Viziers and 4 Druids. So I'm not. So let's see. Devoted Druid. Yeah, it's entirely possible they could just be stockpiling the combo in hand, but I don't feel like that much damage is scary. Of course, I could very well be killing myself here by just letting this happen. Walking Ballista X1. Okay, now I don't care about the combo. Well, actually, maybe I do. Set, draw. Well, there we go. So Watery Grave is a Watery Grave Plains. Well, I kind of do want to cast Supreme Verdict if I draw it. So mill them for 3, put them at 3 cards, and hopefully hit the last witness. Okay, so druids. So we've hit 3. I think I'm just gonna path. What's scarier here? Ballista goes up to. Yeah, I guess Ballista, and I can just block with Crab if I need to. Okay, puts me to 6. Now I'm hellbound. Now I pass, and now I hopefully find literally anything. Crypt Incursion is probably the best draw here. Okay, Exalted. Make it big. So it hit me for what? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take it this time, and that means I have 2 turns to draw anything. If I don't have, like, what? Soul Spike is the card? I don't remember. It's not played in this deck. I'm just thinking of random life brain cards. Are you serious? Well, now I have to block. Now they can't do anything. Fraying Sanity. That's the one thing I don't like about Fraying Sanity is it can be the tiniest bit win more, and it doesn't really do anything if I need to top deck something. Alright, Exalted. Am I dead here? Did I really throw this game away? Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have passed Noble Hierarch. Yeah, I was too afraid of the combo way after it was relevant. That's 100% on me. And I threw away a relatively safe win. What am I talking? Of course, I want D-Sphere. Cut down 1. Oh, Needle's good. Cut 1. These are. I guess I'll cut Ravenous Trap. These are all fine against the deck. I just need to draw the cards. Like, removal's nice and all, but I'd rather have mill spells than wraths most days. This is a 1-landed double path. I have to mulligan this. I need blue mana. This is more like it. Keep the scry. Scry to the top. Alright. And I'm gonna play this tapped. And pass to my opponent. Hopefully I can get the turn 1 surgical off and just go from there. God, I hate my dog. No turn 1 surgical. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to forgo the crab, so I can glimpse them and try to get the surgical down at a reasonable point in time. Alright. Walking Ballista, Ronas, Kitchen Finks, Walking Ballista, Ronas, Selfless Spirit. So this didn't actually hit any combo pieces. What am I talking about? I can hit Eternal Witness, can't I? because their only actual win cons are Ballista and Ronas, and if they can't, this is the pre-board, but they can't really get much out of the sideboard. Yeah, I'm gonna start with a little Eternal Witness. Draw step. Eternal Witness. And now their deck is 2 mana 2/1s, and 2 mana O2s that can ramp twice in one turn. Like, company, I mean, Pride Mage ain't great to play against, but hey, they're also not. So now I have to figure out how to not die. I've figured out how to not lose to the combo because their win cons. If I'm not incorrect, oh, they can still think combo me out. Wait, do they? They don't have to. They can just make infinite kitchen finks and gain infinite life. And they don't have a cycle outlet anymore. All right. Well, I guess now I'm looking for something to deal with whatever the Kasali Pride Mage, and then something to and then Ensnaring, and then quite literally Ensnaring Bridge. Let's see. Alright, do they have any other Pride Mages in the deck? Oh, they have Abrupt Decays, that might be a problem. Let's see. Shelllock first. Oh, Shelllock. So have the mill trigger go off first. Why does this always lag? I really don't want to lose time in this game. Okay. I guess this is the best I can get. And everything else in the order. And then F6 through the turn. Well, my turn. And let's hope they have a fetch land. Because... Oh, alright. Okay. That's not bad. I can path something pretty soon. So that'll be 3 kitchen finks down, which is pretty nice. Okay, he gets bigger. They cost 1 less, and and it becomes a 3/3. Yeah, that doesn't really help them out much, but it is annoying. I guess I do want to. Okay, I'll draw. I guess I do want to path. Well, yeah, I do want to path kitchen finks here. Let's see. If they search, the trap is ready, and then I can Fraying Sanity them. Well, not now. Oh, in response path. Alright. Real quick. I suppose I get a swamp because let's me cast more things. Path there. Okay. I suppose I could have taken the damage, waited, and milled them for a whole bunch with Fraying Sanity. Actually, no, I couldn't have because of obvious reasons. I also probably should have archive shot them in a turn. Yeah, I'm punching all over the place this game. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that works. So I have to get rid of this guy first. So 1 blue, white. Is it? Well, I guess he's a 3/3. They have 4 cards in hand. They have Thanks Gavany. So they have Cord and Company. They can cast Company whenever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to try to hamstring on them on lands though? I'm trying to Cord Gavany. Yeah, these are the options. Why do I take Witness from the yard? Well, so in response to both of those questions, because they're only infinite mana win cons, Walking Ballista and Ronos were both in the yard, and Witness was their way of getting them back. And I did not trap him surgical because trap does not work with that. Sphere is who do I want to sphere here? Yeah, I guess I'll hit the Dust Watching Critter and figure it out from there. And top deck Glimpse the Unthinkable here kills them because I can Sanity in the Glimpse by Ghost Courting one of my lands. Alright, Company finds them with. Oh, they whiffed. Oh, that's not fun for them. Alright, I draw. Oh, cool. So, blue. Blue, I don't want to fuck this up. Cast Fraying Sandy, enchanting them. Then black. Quarter this swamp. Yes. Get a basic island. And then blue black. Hit them for 10, then double that into 20. Unless I have a surprise Emrakul, which is probably something I would not have seen. I would have seen when I surgical their E-Witness earlier. And that's that. 2-0, not bad, not bad. Oh, why? So leaving Ewit in the yard for Crypt Incursion was usually the correct move. I was kind of low on time. I didn't want to try. I fuck up quite often, and I recognize, and I didn't want to take any chances. Yes, it could have gave me 3 more life, but if I was gonna cast Crypt Incursion, I was gonna gain so much life anyway that I don't think 3 was gonna be significant. And I would rather make extra sure that they cannot get Witness back and then recur something else from there. I guess if they could get Witness back, they get something else out. Regardless, my line of thinking was that maybe I missed some cards in their deck list when I was looking over it, like Primal Command or something, and that would have allowed them to. Well, Primal Command would fuck me over anyway, but that would have allowed them to completely invalidate the work I did with trying to get all the witnesses out of their deck because they still have one that they could access in the yard. Turns out they didn't, and on closer inspection of their deck list, that wasn't really a concern. But I was skimming the time and decided to make the choice that had the least risk of just outright losing me the game. All right, Kenzo the Hard-Hearted. I never played this person before, so I have no idea what they're on. We actually won the die roll for once. This is 2 lands. This is not awful. This is adequate, actually. If this is anything but a combo matchup, we should be pretty alright. Taxes is pretty bad. We don't have much interaction here. But we have a turn 2. We have all 3 of our colors. We have an early Shelldock followed by a turn 2 crab. Bridge, please. And everything else in the bottom. Get that there. And hopefully they think we're some kind of Shelldock Emerald deck. Which I have played. It's awful. Like, not in paper, but online. It is not very good. Okay. Play grab. And we're oh, okay. Hallowed Fountain. Okay. Don't know exactly what the purpose of doing that in response was there, but hey. Live and learn. Alright. Mail them for 3. Oh, this is blue-white control. Okay. So I need white mana. And I now realize I'm leaving myself open to Spreading Seas. In response, path that. Okay, well that's great. So now I can just get... Yes, I will use Path to Exile's ability. Go get a basic plains, so I can just figure that out whenever. So I have basic plains, and I can do that later. And now I get to fetch up Watery Grave. Well, next turn I put them to 13. Watery Grave. I'm going to just cycle 1 Visions here, because I want to hit my 4th land drop. There we go. And I want to use my mana. The reason I'd be averse to cycling visions this early in the game is because I can see a way to reasonably get them to 20 cards in graveyard. Alright, draw stuff. So I'm going to try to bait out the counterspell if they have it with a breaking. And they do not have it. Now, the real thing we hope they don't have is getting into the trials, because that card makes my blood boil in so many ways. I dislike it in every way. It's a fun card, but it basically says I can't win the game on it unless my opponent messes up and activates it to attack, so I can path it without leaving a counterspell, which is 1 in a million. Okay, so they hit their 3rd land drop. Okay. Good news. If I'm not gonna get clicked here, I should be able to glimpse them and then draw 3 cards. Oh look. Okay. Well, that happens. Targets me. Well, hopefully they see the power behind Visions of Beyond without seeing the fact that it's not online right now. I might take Damnation and try to clock us. Any of these things could be viable. Just 1 moment. Alright, cool. And... okay, so... yeah. They gave us something else. So they took our glimpse to the bottom of our library. Did we play a land yet? No, we can just hard cast Archive Trap, which is an option. I actually like that. Takes them off Gideon or whatever, and then I can figure out Damnation next turn, draw 3 cards. Yes. So this is our chance while they're tapped out, they can't Cryptic or whatever. And oh look, we have basically perfect mana. Well, not well, replace that plains with a Hallowed Fountain, and we have basically perfect mana. And there's no getting into the trials. Either A, they're not running it, and I'm safe, or B, they are running it, they have it in their hand, they're mocking me right now. They're laughing at me through their computer screen. In all seriousness, no, that card is terrifying for me. Okay. So, what I probably do here is try a Damnation, get it countered. Alright. 1, blue, white, black. Damnation. Get it countered, or Cryptic, or whatever. Oh, not even. Alright, and then at the first possible moment, Visions of Beyond to attempt to draw 3 cards. Preferably on their turn, try to make them use the mana there. Cycle's cast out. This is a good... Oh, yeah, it's not a great sign. Well, if we're going to resolve it, we're going to do it now. And... because they're still going to have the mana up on our turn. Yep. Negate. Oh. Hardcore negates. Alright. Well, that was worth a shot. Draw. Well, might as well get Hellbent and try to gain whatever insignificant amount of life we can. And figure it out from there. 9 life, not nothing. Puts us out of range of a couple Colonnade smacks. Though I don't think they're quite close to Colonnade yet. Yeah. Sadly, we cannot... Okay, Ghost Quarter. Oh, no. Okay. So... if they're going to Ghost Quarter Isle, they should have done that right now. Okay, I'll get a land. Yes. Incineroar Bridge would have been nice, but we can finish the game other ways. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have... This is adequate. I mean, this makes any spell we draw live to be lethal. Because we've already cast Breaking. Oh, nice. And it's already doing work. And then we F6 through their turn. Hope they'll have getting the trials. I swear that card has baited my existence. D-Sphere? Oh, okay. Well, hey, they only have 1 mana up. Alright, keep and grab. And then pass the turn. Oh, path. Cool, I will totally get more lands out of my deck if I have any more basics. 1, 2... No, these are all the basics I have. Like, I have... Those are the... I only have 5 basics. I'm kind of soft to Blood Moon. But... my deck's pretty mana intensive. Drawing basic planes can be kind of awful sometimes. Okay, they cycle the Spreading Seas. And draw. Well, if I'm ever going to do it, I'm going to do it now. Before they draw more cards. And let's hope they don't have the counter spell. And they go fetching, I guess, to try to get their land out before it gets milled. Okay. Oh, okay. So, no Gideon of the Trials. Something to keep in mind. Well, no Gideon of the Trials yet. They have 9 cards between their hand and deck. Elspeth. Well, we are at 21, so this is not awful. Mesmeric Orb off the top would be hilarious. I'd accept really anything here. We have, we can straight draw, Trapmaker Snare and then hardcast Archive Trap. This is adequate too. Like, this protects us. And now that whole Elspeth thing isn't even a problem. Well, destroy all... Oh, so this isn't the other one. Maybe I'm thinking... Oh, okay, well, I stand corrected. This is a problem. But, a problem that we have a couple turns to try to draw out of. Okay. Well, there's Trapmaker Snare. Alright. Archive Trap. They cannot cast Cryptic at the moment, though I think there are 4 in the yard. Cryptic, 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 Cryptic. Yeah, there are 4 in the yard, so I don't know if this matters. But let's go all in for overkill. Okay. And did we get it? I should hope so. Cool. Well, let's take a snip of their list as far as we're aware, and hope there is no super spicy getting the trials out of the sideboard. Blue-white control is a fairly good matchup, but getting the trials can be a beating. And I may seem a bit obsessed with getting the trials, but make no mistake, I've lost to that card more times than is reasonable. Alright, Alliance, they might have ley lines, so I'll bring in a Fragmentize as well as a Breaking. Snare is not great because I don't want them countering my that's the point where they can counter. Good Evasion's just too good to cut. Fatal pushes aren't great. I want paths. And I guess Seek can eat their one Elspeth, but it's an awful top deck, so I'm not gonna play it. Well, Extirpate over Surgical, because Split Second is the only reason I was even considering it before was for control decks. Yeah, okay. Well, this is 3 lands, battery running low. I'll keep this and plug in my computer. Okay. So, sadly, no archive traps, but... Okay, that was almost bad. And I dropped the charger again. And now it's fixed. For good this time, hopefully. Okay, that was all... Okay, this is going all over the place. As a... Okay, well, this is a good... Well, turn 1 crab is not bad. Turn 1 crab is one of the best crabs that we can have. Don't know why they got that tapped there. Even threatening path to exile or whatever. I'm not going to touch their life total, so... Unless they really did have nothing. Like... I'm gonna play Floodstrand here. Okay, path. I am mad. Okay. Cool. Gets me a Black Source. Taps. Okay. Archive Trap's nice. Now I'm gonna go get a Gobbler Shrine untapped. And breaking target them. Spell Queller. Yeah, that's a way to get more aggro. I always thought Spell Queller was a really cool card. It's just the card list is played in never really spoke to me like this deck does. Can I free Archive Trap? The answer is no. I should probably be paying attention more. Let's see. Okay, well, they're representing Spell Queller there if I ever saw it, so... Okay. Gonna extirpate Spell Queller. Okay. Gideon Jura. And... Okay, we are safe. There are no Gideons of the trials. And their hand is nothing but... Oh, D-Sphere, I guess, is something. Okay. Let's see. I suppose they have clicks and 2 snaps. Let's get an actual snip of their whole list as opposed to their graveyard without arrangement. I guess they're gonna blow up our dock anyway, so... Mesmeric Orb. And we can't really afford to miss a land drop, because it's not like they're going to be tapping at all. So I'm going to Ghost Quarter them. And... I'm not gonna let them sack Tectonic Edge in response. Well, in response, blow up your Hallowed Fountain. I probably should immediately sack Ghost Quarter. Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on there, but hey, it's life. And now, if they can't stop it next turn, I get to draw 3 cards, and they don't get to play their. Well, actually, no, they do get to play D-Sphere, but they tap out, so I can draw 3 cards. Seeing control deck on turn 4 with just playing the 3rd land feels good. Yep, they get my orb. Now I want to draw 3 cards. The urge to... Oh, that works too. And I have... And now I just see what planeswalkers they can play now. So they played D-Sphere, they played Ghost Quarter, they played their islands. Yep. Sadly, D-Sphere does not get D-Sphere. Cryptic, Cryptic, they probably have Cryptic. Take Orb. And... What's up? Sure, let's just run out Frag Sandy and figure it out from there. I fully expect to get Cryptic commanded here. Yep. Oh, that's just sweet art. What am I talking about? I've seen this before. Yeah, that art is pretty sweet. But hey. Now we ran them out of the counterspell they were going to play for Glimpse. Hopefully. Okay, gotta go get a white source now. Thank you for fixing our mana. And they just pass, alright. Blue, black. Well, Cryptic, 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 Cryptic. Well, they're the 4 Cryptics, so... They have counterspell, they have it. We got a Spell Snare, fair. Well, upside is we can D-Sphere whatever Planeswalker they play. I'm gonna hold on to this Polluted Delta for now, just in case we draw Hedron Crab. Okay. I put 2 things on top, so we probably won't. Oh, okay. If you're gonna click me, then click me. They might just be drawing me into a way to win. Gideon Jura is what, 5 mana? Yeah. Honestly, that was... They should let me keep the answer to click instead of possibly drawing me into a win con. Because having me draw Glimpse there would be pretty bad for them. Gideon, okay. Gideon. Well, I suppose this Hedron Crab is going to war. Okay, let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. What are we grave tapped? And they then have 2 turns to kill us. And yeah, if they can get all the damage through both turns, then sure, but that involves immediately dealing with the Ensnaring Bridge and the blocker. Which is theoretically possible, but unlikely. Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. And pass. And they concede. Well, 3-2. 5-0, here we come. Sadly, this is a friendly league and not competitive, but I was feeling kind of stingy and didn't feel like paying the extra 4 ticks. So that's on me. Dude, that's actually come up before. I've won. Not only has that won me a game, it's lost me a game. They desphered 2 Mesmeric Orbs against Blue Eye Control. They desphered 2 of my Mesmeric Orbs that I won, and I just didn't draw any action that wasn't countered until the rest of the game. Whereas another one, they got Gideon the Trials out, emblemed it, so I could not win, so they couldn't lose the game. I desphered that Gideon, and then they could not desphere my desphere to get their Gideon back. Clockwork Dean, I would like to play first. All right. Let's see. It's a 1-lander. No blue mana. Gonna have to mulligan. 1-landers I can do with blue mana. I don't want to go to 5. This can cast Fatal Push. Let's see, is there a land on top? This can cast... This is not awful. This casts 2 removal spells and Mesmeric Orb. Barring a deck like Grixis Shadow, which can just capitalize on the fact that I mulliganed. Aether Vial. Merfolk. Fantastic. There's no sarcasm there because Mesmeric Orb is one of the best cards I can play against them. And if I can drop, especially when I'm on the draw and they have an Aether Vial hand, if I can drop a turn 3 Fraying Sanity and just play removal spells, I don't think I'm likely to lose this game. I always can lose the game. Oh, I have no idea. Is this Spirits? So you can watch a new one? Okay. Well, our Swamp Plains Mesmeric Orb. Alright. Okay. Is this Bad Spirits or some? Is this Bad something? Oh god, no. Well, I had the Fatal Push. That's good. This is fine. I hate Thalia, but this is fine. And this is gonna be a dumb complaint, but one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of Thalia is her flavor doesn't really line up with the effect she does. Like, what about her being the Captain of the Watchers Raven or something like that? Are you serious? You know what? I ain't mad. That's impressive. No. Well, let's see if they can follow that up next turn. Serious Spirit Guide, not concede. Ah. Yeah, Simian Spirit Guide there would have got me. Alright. Metallic Mimic on... I don't even know. This just looks like blue-white creatures in vague configurations. Well, let's hope for a land so that's it. Well, I'm passing Thalia no matter what. That's the plan here. Well, I want blue mana, so... Well, I'll do either when they tap out or on their... Oh, they could have Spell Queller. I don't want to do... I'm not dealing with that crap. Just get that out of my life. I don't need this right now. Okay. They did not search. Okay. Don't want to search with Thalia, though. They have 3 cards in hand. I say this, but if they activate Aether Vial on 2, I'm not dealing... No. It's going to be Thalia. Yeah, sure, this 2 life could kill me, but I'm willing to bet that they're putting in Thalia from their hand. Nope, but close enough. This is blue-white spirits with Thalia. Do they have Geist Saint Draft? No, they do not. Let's see. Well, I need a land. Their hand is... Can they get things back from the graveyard? Moreland Haunt. They're gonna have creatures regardless for that. Rattle Chains, Selfless Spirit, Wanderer, Queller, Arbiter. This blue-white taxes? Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to take that step. Well, that's on me. Alright, so I'm going to be taking the Metallic Beats for several turns, it looks like. The rest of their hand was lands, and was Aether Vial Ghost Quarter, if I remember correctly. Now, if they draw a Lean Arbiter, that becomes a much scarier hand, but... Okay, well that takes me off the Wrath plan. Hopefully puts me on the Ensnaring Bridge plan. But that requires the land plan, and these are all plans that are never going to come to fruition because I'm going to die. But hey. That's life. Blue mana would be nice, but... Well, you know what? It's blue mana. Now what I need is Crypt Incursion. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they violate anything and I'm dead. Just one moment. I got a message. Okay, 2 minutes, be right back. Well, now I have to figure out how to occupy my time for 2 minutes. I'll go on Reddit, but I don't feel like spreading that around. Well, last time I checked Reddit, it was down, but that was like a day ago, so I'll probably fixed by now. Okay. Well, let's take a look at their list, Elite. Yeah, that thing I forgot to snap. Feels good to be a gangster. Alright. Well, if anyone has any questions about the deck, or wants to, or just questions about the punts I'm making left and right, I'd be more than happy to answer. So black-white taxes is a better matchup than blue-white taxes because against blue-white, what I can do is, well, blue-white has spell quellers, has more disruption, actually has things that interact with my deck. Black-white has Thalias and the land destruction plan with Lead and Arbiter. The thing about that is Crypt Incursion basically turns their minuscule clock plus minus Thoughtseize into a 20-turn clock and lets me just win the game from there. If I can have the opening barrage of removal to take out the Thalia or Lead and Arbiter or however they actually plan to deny me my mana or ability to cast spells, then I can usually win the game. Not so with blue-white, because this looks like it has more of a tribal component, and this looks to have the robustness of Merfolk, where I can't just kill one creature, combined with the disruption of the black-white taxes deck, and those are both the hardest parts of those matchups. Merfolk is fine, because I can just try to race them or Crypt Incursion. Taxes is alright, because I can just try to Crypt Incursion, as I said before. If you were watching at all, you probably saw the card that I was playing before. But for anyone who didn't see it, it reads 2 in a black instant. Exile all creature cards from target player's graveyard, and you may gain. Well, not you may. You gain 3 life for each creature exiled this way. So, currently waiting on our opponent. They have just passed us in time, though I think they have got this game. They do have what? Wait, the one card in hand is Aether Vial. What am I talking about? They can't kill us right now. Barring a Drogskull captain off the top. Though, really not quite sure how we don't lose here, I suppose. Well, I mean, actually, no, it's fairly simple. It's Quick Incursion off the top. Or we are close to death. But even then, it only gains us 12 life and buys us one more turn. It's kind of disappointing because I think we went first this game. And that can matter a lot for who wins. Though, when I have an actual fair hand, like with Mesmeric Orbs and whatnot, going first is really helpful, but if I have a totally busted hand with Archive Traps and the like, it does not really matter who goes first. Yeah. So, if you have any questions about card choices, variants, I'll pull up the deck list here while we're waiting for our friend, if you will. This is the list I am running at the moment. Just drop this right there. You got your standard accompaniment of removal, 4 paths, so I cannot die, 2 fatal pushes, so I can slow down creature-based combo and not die, 3 visions because they're ancestral recall, 4 hidden crabs because they're a house, subject distraction because playing that in the main board is hilarious and is one of the main draws of playing this deck, 2 snares because Archive Trap's so good, I'll play a bad version, and also they get Ravenous Trap out of the board, 4 glimpses because, of course, 1 breaking because we can't play more than 4 glimpses. Mesmeric Orb is actually sneakily very good. It might not seem that way at first, but if you can drop a turn 2, hell even turn 4 or 5, and if you're not dying, it will swing the game in your favor over a very short period of time. Fraying Sanity, testing it out, it's pretty sweet. It replaced the 2 Ashiok, Ashiok Nightmare Weaver that I had in that slot. They were pretty awesome. They helped take creatures. I actually once killed somebody. I've taken Prime Time several times, and once killed somebody because they went to 3 playing Grixis Death Shadow. Boarded out most of the removal. I plus Ashiok to take a Street Wraith, minus to put the Street Wraith into play, and then swung because it had Swamp Walk. They could not actually block it and kill them. And here's our opponent's back. If you have any more questions at the list, I'd be more than happy to answer you in the chat. Alright, cool. And let's hope we live out the turn. Unlikely, I know, but okay. Alright, Aether Vial, Drogskull Captain. Drogskull Captain! It's almost like I can call the things that kill me. Well, since I forgot, I was not able to get their list because I'm a schmuck. I am at least able to grab whatever's here. So, in terms of sideboarding, not quite sure how I should be sideboarding. I know I want D-Sphere because it's nice. I know I want Verdict because, of course. Incursions are good because they gain a bunch of life. Alliance could be nice. I'll take one Fragmentize in addition to the D-Sphere because they might have Leyline. What's not great here? I'll trim Surgicals, trim Visions. They didn't seem to have that many fetches, so I'll trim Trapmaker Snare. And as with counter spells, I don't like Trapmaker Snare because I have to hold up my mana to use it, and it might not even be useful. That's basically time walks against control opponents, and it gives them the chance to. If it's countered, then I just spent 2 mana on nothing, which is true of most spells, but they get to time walk me by having me hold up mana and do nothing otherwise. What else isn't good? Orbs are great here. Sandy. I kind of like Sandy here because it gives me. I'm gonna cut breaking. I like Sandy here because it gives me it gives me some outs where I can just try to go turbo mill. I guess I'll cut the third surgical. What's happening here? Alright, and Blessed Alliance. I could have sworn I went from 61 to 60, but eh. I would like to play first and hopefully get a decent hand. One land. I honestly don't know if I'm keeping this. This is a risky keep, but it's triple removal spell. I can't kill Thalia though with this. I have to mulligan. This is pretty good. Keep this with the scry on first. Yes, please. Alright. Misclicking with a Boro on turn 1 is the worst feeling because you just play a land and bounce it back to your hand, and then you essentially skip your first turn. With the exception of showing your opponent that you're playing a Boro. Alright. Play Blue Delta. And if they have the path, I will let it... I'm going to hold up the activation of the fetch right here. In case they have path. Oh, yay, everyone's favorite friends. Well, I'm gonna kill that thing right quick if my computer will load and actually give me the fetch land. So, Blue Godless Shrine, untapped. I just like... Alright, target them. Yeah. Mill them for 3. Alright, they play Thalia. Well, 2 out of 3 Thalia's down, it looks like. Well, let me see. Well, no, 2 out of 4 is the... I gotta pay 1. Alright, Flood Strands. And now I have, so long as they can't kill my thing, I should have a Wrath online whenever I need it. Gonna get a Watery Grave tap so I can also play Damnation. And I hate my dog, because it makes noise at 10:25 at night. In the most irritating way. Which is, to be fair, most ways, but hey. And I will pass my opponent. Should probably try to quarter their Moorland Haunt so they can't get a... So they can't try to get a clock in the air. Oh... Why... Well... Guess I'm wrathing now. Well... I still have the engine of... I don't want them to spell Queller. I still have the engine of Crab, and then... Well, that's 2 Quellers down. I cannot beat Gust and Trap without a Wrath. This is something that needs to happen, and it needs to happen right now. I still have the engine of Oboro and Hedron Crab, which is not bad. But they have 5 cards in hand. So... I'm not entirely sure how well I'm doing here. Ensnaring Bridge would be a fine draw. Joyous. Lean Arbiter. Well, I think I have to Ghost Quarter their Ghost Quarter here. Alright. Try to take him off the land. Yeah, I can't let them try to take me off of the land here. It's kind of need these, and Oboro is the only way I'm actually gonna get anywhere with some kind of clock, so let's get that out of there right quick. Oh, not Oh, well, yeah, I was going to say not even searching, but they don't really have a choice. And Incineroar Bridge is still the draw here, but Crypt Incursion is a close second, followed by any mill spell. That is an Archive Trap. Oh. Joy. Takes me off Hallowed Fountain. Well, I don't really need double white. This is fine. Use Ghost Core's ability. Yes, but Lord knows I can't. This is a problem now because I can't cast my 3-drops, but other than that, I should be alright. They have me on a 4-turn clock here. Well, I get 3 turns before they kill me. So, gotta figure something out right now. Incineroar Bridge is no longer the draw that I need. Incineroar Bridge into land, I suppose. Yeah. Them having the second Ghost Quarter is brutal. Drog Skull Captain? That's certainly going to... This does nothing. This does literally nothing. Well, time to bounce a Boro. And that's why it's here. Sunlance. Well, I suppose they need a bad flame. Everyone needs bad flame slash sometimes. Especially non-red decks. They're getting kind of low on stuff. I think I might want... Are you serious? Okay, I'm not F6ing anymore. I'm not dealing with this Lead and Arbiter bullcrap. That's what, their 3rd Ghost Core of this game? Jack looks very fun. Opponent appreciates the deck. It's pretty hardcore. Now I don't even know what I need. Well, one Heathen Crab with a couple on. Yeah. Let's see. So, time to Fatal Push Lead and Arbiter, because this is all I'm doing this turn. And I'm going to get my Leadfall trigger if it kills me, because they can quarter my Oboro in response. Quarter my other lands. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, I probably sequenced that wrong. Okay, cool. That resolves. And it looks like I theoretically live another turn. Not that it's going to do much. Yeah, the Taxes deck can be kind of rough anyway, but especially with... When they get both Leonardo and Thalia, and I don't have removal to spare, it's pretty bad. Geist Sustained Draft is probably one of the worst cards I can go up against. Because, yeah, 2-2 when it gets blocked by bears, but I don't have bears, I have 0-2s. And the other one's being Leyline of Sanctity and Emrakul Yana's Torn. Well, make the spirit. Oh, I'm dead, aren't I? Yana's dead. Well, that's that. And that's that. God. Well, that's part of life. And let's go for our last match. Hopefully we can make it a 4-1. That would be pretty nice. But, worst comes to worst, we're making our money back. And we're looking good for next week. So, what's up, my Glipglops? Boy, let me tell you what. You just call me a Glipglop? How dare you? How absolutely... Can't believe you just said this to me. So, if anyone's looking to get into the deck, I would definitely recommend it. It's a ton of fun. It's definitely a unique experience that nothing else in Modern or or even Standard, probably Legacy, because Legacy Mill is a combo deck. It's just Imperial Painter. This is a 5 hands. Oh baby, I like this hand. Because Legacy Mill is a combo deck with like Imperial Painter and whatnot. Whereas and Standard Mill is just Turbo Mill like Burn. This you get to play in Modern. You get to play stuff like Oh, is this more blue-white control? Oh, this is a nice hand for blue-white control, and it keeps getting better. I know it's a grab path, but I'm gonna try to hold the fetch. I'm gonna hold the fetch land for the turn I have Fraying Sanity, because at worst they cut me on milling 6. At best, I get to mill 12, and I think the upside is I get to mill an extra 12. So I think the upside is definitely worth the possible downside. Could I comment on the matchup versus Tier 1 popular decks? Sure. Let me run down. Eldrazi is a very good matchup because they can't really get past Ensnaring Bridge, and barring a turn 2 Felt Outsier, well, turn 3 is actually pretty common. So Eldrazi is probably like 70-30 in our favor. Let me think. Grixis Shadow is probably either 30-70 or something between 30-70 in their favor or 40-60. Though, against people who don't know the deck, it's definitely a lot better. It's almost 50-50. But if they've seen anything of the deck before, then they're in... If they know to play around Archive Trap, how to delve through Crypt Incursion, then you're in for a beating. The fact that they have discard, take Ensnaring Bridge, and big creatures, including Delve creatures, plus the 1-mana negate is kind of rough. Dredge is hilarious because we can have bad hands against them and good hands against them. Surgical Extraction on both Narcomoeba and Bloodghast means Prize Amalgam can never come out of the graveyard with the exception of Haunted Dead. And also we get to start with the Ley Line of the Glimpse the Unthinkable on the field, which is nice. Oh god, no. Every time. And this is the problem. Blue-white control ranges from great to awful. Great when they have great when they don't have Gideon. Awful when they do. God, I hate this card. Let me think. Other tier 1 matchup. How do we do versus a Resolve Blood Moon? Nice deck, lol. Well, this guy's being a butt. How do I do versus a Resolve Blood Moon? Not spectacular. We don't do very well. I have it too. It's fun. Okay. Let's see. Blood Moon is kind of beating, but oh well. There's the Path to Exile we were excited about. That's pretty sweet. Hopefully they just plus Gideon and start going to town. We can path it. Blue-black. Well, this is why I like Fraying Sanity, because you get to do fun things like this. And then... yeah. Sure. Blue-white. Let me get back to answering questions. So, Blood Moon is a beating. We're not great against Mono Red Prison, or Red-White Prison is an awful matchup. I'm going to actually pull up the MTG Goldfish page right now, so I can go through the archetypes, and I can look at the stuff right there. Okay, cool. There's that, and then pass through the turn. Let's see. So Affinity is like what 40-60. Also, it's not great because they can do that thing where they beat us before we can develop a reasonable defense. Post board, it's not bad at all. You can make it better with Stony Silence, though I don't really play Stony because I much prefer. Um, what is it? I much prefer uh, to play Supreme Verdict to fight Affinity because it also hits other slots. Just one moment, I have to clear my throat. You heard that? You're welcome. And there goes the charge cable. Okay. Not sure what they're doing. That my dog is going crazy. Oh, Gideon's a human. Okay. Cool. Well, now we get to path it. Counter spells they can be holding up. They maybe cryptic. Well, I'm most comfortable taking cryptic here. Because then we get to take a look at their hand and pat. I haven't seen Mana Leaks here. Mana Leak's bad. That means we delay our pass for a turn. But oh yay, Mana Leak, and they have more Gideons. This just keeps getting better. Yeah, so blue-white control can either do this or do what you saw earlier, where they never really got that deck didn't have Gideon trials in it, and they just flunder and die. Do I feel about adding dedicated planeswalker removal? I'm not really running into it that much. Like I had Attention Sphere as that, and I can't. And the only other planeswalkers that are really a problem are things like Nahiri and. Okay, so I have to kill them. Okay, so I have to make them until end of turn. I have to. So here's our option. They tap out to play Jace. Oh, so they're not doing that. Okay. So they have Mana Leak in hand. If we can get rid of their Mana Leak. Okay. Well, drawing 3 cards is a hell of a start. Oh, let's see. I can mill them for 12 here, or 3 plus. Yeah, like Strand. Milling them for a bunch. And then so I can hard cast Archive Trap whenever. So what their hand is: Ghost Quarter, Gideon Jura, Jace, Architect of Thought, and Mana Leak. That is not. Yeah, that's not great. It's a 4/4. So we kind of have to block with Hedron Crab here. Gonna get a basic island because I have lands in hand anyway. You have to think about Ancestral Recall. Sometimes it draws you 3 lands. So back to the metagame discussion that I was going over. What archetype do I think the deck falls under? It's I don't know. It's not really combo, but Burn is aggro because they try to. I suppose you could call it control because it's more of prison. It's kind of its own archetype, but I suppose you could call it prisoner control. So Burn's usually not great, though we do have Blessed Alliance in the sideboard, as well as the always useful Crypt Incursion, though it's not always as good as I'd like it to be, because Burn's gone off of Wild Nakadal and onto a much smaller creature suite. And Fraying Sanity, milled them for 6. Now, there's a point where they just don't draw anymore, and that's the point where we want to get them. So we want to path it on their end step. Ghost Quarter, okay. Hopefully they quarter us now. Oh no, we don't. We have a plains in hand. We can't make that work. Okay, it becomes a thing. So we want to path it on their end step. Let's see. Block that. Well, do we want to? No, we don't, because we can just deck them here. Well, actually, no. We want to path it on their end stuff because I'm going to hardcast Archive Trap. Otherwise, and actually, no. We do not want to do that because We don't want to die to the Mana Leak that they're not going to cast anyway. Alright, so we take damage on a 4. And, let's see. Until end of turn. Second main. Does that wear off on end of turn? Wait, I should have a chance to path it on end of turn, I think. Gideon, okay. So they keep one. Hopefully they keep the other one. Okay, they got that Gideon there. Cool. And they have to attack. Okay. Well, they're out of Gideons now. Cool. They mill 2. Well, mill 1. Okay. Let's make sure they can't quarter us off white. And provided they do not actually have another counterspell, besides Mana Leak, we should be fine. Like, they have no cards in library. Honestly, so what are their counterspells? Because I kind of want to go through this and make sure I'm making the right choice. So they have the counterspell they have left in the deck were Snap, Snap, Seize, Think Twice. So they only really have. So how many snaps do they have? Seize, Colonnades, Vision's Path. So I'd find that. Seize, Colonnades. So Snap, Snap. So they're out of Snapcaster mages. Yeah, I should think that that we should be able to path this here and be just fine. Illegal attack. So I have to attack Gideon with my 0-2. Whatever shall I do? And hopefully they try to go for the win here, and we can path that. Okay, draw step. Lands. So their cards in hand are Mana Leak and Jace Architect of Thought. So here's hoping they... Oh, no. Colonnades. Well, here's where we try to draw 3 cards and try to draw out of it. That's not it at all. Okay, well now we have to kill Colonnade. How do we kill Colonnade without actually making them wise to the fact that we have paths in our deck? That's the question. Alright, back to chat. Colonnade, fire off vision. Okay, so they're attacking. And we're pathing Celestial Colonnade so as not to die. So they don't get a draw step. Alright, okay. And did they search? So we get to archive trap them for free, get this out of our hands. Okay. And now we do not play these Mesmeric Orbs at all. Fatal Push is not the thing for Gideon we're looking for. And I'm pretty sure we're going to lose here to getting attacked by Gideon because we have to attack with the crab. And I have no red mana to reanimate something. Surprise, surprise. Well, this is another blocker, I suppose. And that's that. If one of these lands was a ghost quarter, this would have been illegal attack. Yep, alright. Let's see again. Yeah. So now they just attack with Gideon, and we have to try to have something. He's not indestructible, but Fatal Push doesn't kill that. It's a whole bunch of bad news here. Well, let's see if he tries to let us draw into it. Alright, back to the archetypes I was going over. Titan Shift is an absurdly good matchup. They don't play Emrakul, so we Surgical Valakut or Ghost Quarter or Surgical Primetime or Escape Shift, and they can't really win. They can't get past Bridge. And sometimes they can try to burn us out with Valakuts, but it's almost never works. Blue Eye Control, pretty good, plus minus getting the trials. Dredge is good, as I already said. Traditional Tron is hilariously good because we just Surgical Tron land, they can't get Tron, and we don't really care about most of their things they have once they have Tron. We can path through Wormcore Legend. Ulamog with Ceaseless Hunger is a 10-mana thing, so that's not really a turn 3 problem. Karn's pretty bad, but yeah, Karn's pretty bad. Ugin's not really that bad because it's plus plus plus, draw a couple cards. Well, draw 7 cards and bolt us a couple times, which is pretty bad because they get to probably put Karn in the field. Let's keep going there. Gift Storm, pretty good actually because we can just surgical whatever the thing is. Deck is yeah, it has combo elements. Like there are combos in the deck, namely Surgical Extraction and Mill Spells. It's a pretty good combo. Let's see. All right. Oh, they're plussing him again. Okay. Where are they tapping out? Are they playing Jace? Why they're playing Jace, I'm not sure. My god, I hate Gideon. I hate his emblem. Alright. So, until my next turn. Okay. Well, let's draw 3 cards. Play lands. To mill them. Glimpse them. And pass up until the attack step where I am forced to attack Gideon. He's just so alluring. Well, during. That's not very funny. That's not actually funny at all. Then again, most of my jokes aren't. Yeah, I can see the deck being combo control. Okay, fuck. No. So, well, there's the path. Well, now I have to attack Gideon. And now I gotta think about, can I win in the time frame they're presenting me? The answer is no. I'm going to concede because they're trying to mill me out. And I kind of need time between the lag and the fact that I kind of suck at Magic Online. Okay, so Supreme Verdict in the sideboard. D-Sphere, Pithing Needle. Let's see, what's their list looking like? Rebs, Verdicts, they have D-Spheres? Yeah, they have D-Spheres, so I can see bring it. Blessed Alliances are good. Incursions are not. Because Surgical for Extirpate. Let's see. I see Strand, but no Marsh Flats. Yeah, they're not really doing much searching, so I'll trim Snares down, and this one down to 3. Fatal Push is, they have what, Click? No, not even Click. It does hit Colonnade, though. I'll trim down to 1, and anything else here. It's better than nothing, I guess. What would Damnation even hit, though? I'll cut Damnation and see if there's anyone's yelling at me from chat. And cool. Go from there. Well, I guess it takes a second for them to get there, so I guess I'll go for some more archetypes. Counter's Company. They can be faster than us, and that sucks, but we can also just surgical their thing, which is nice. And they can't really play a plan B like old Lair Company deck can. I've never played against Wet Black Smallpox. Abzan is usually pretty good, because Fatal Push matches up well against their stuff. Though they do have Abrupt Decay, which kind of sucks. But it's, I don't know. It's the same thing as young. Like it varies. Benzeldrazi is usually pretty good because Ensnaring Bridge. Merfolk Crypt Incursion is awesome. So is Ensnaring Bridge. So it's pretty good. Lantern's hilariously good because all their mill spells. Because we make all their mill spells symmetrical, and so we make all their asymmetrical mill spells symmetrical with Mesmeric Orb, and we make all their symmetrical mill artifacts in our favor. Just Got Control is not great because they do the same thing Control does, but they can burn us out. Living End's pretty good because we have Crypt Incursion, each 3 yard. I'm kind of firing these off pretty rapidly. D-Sphere hits Gideon. That's good enough for me. Yeah, this is a fine hand. So get a... Sure. I mean, casting Hell of Fountain in terms of casting the spells, just for casting the spells in my hands. Mesmeric Orb could screw me over, but provided this D-Sphere goes off without running into a counterspell, we should be alright. Yeah. Oh, crap. Ghost Core is also nice because it kills Celestial Colonnade, which is something I'm not... I mean, most people don't like getting smacked by Colonnade, but I, similarly, am not a big fan of it. Serum Visions. One of the other fun parts of this deck is Wrecking Scries. We get to... Oh, another bridge. Fantastic. Serum Visions doesn't really do much, because they top bottom, so... Not only are we going to wreck the Scry here, we're also going to play a Mesmeric Orb, and make sure the Serum Visions is nothing more than a cantrip for the rest of the game. Unless you only tap that one source that turn, and then you put the thing you want underneath the other thing. I'm doing a very good job explaining it, of course, I understand, but that's how it is. Well, let's hope this Mesmeric Orb does not actually deck us, because when they have Gideon on the field. Nothing that's happened yet, but something that's been a problem. So I like to think that they did not, in fact, have Gideon the Trials in their opening hand, and kept a 7 based on a strong control hand. But I know for a fact that's not true. How many basics do they have? They had basic planes, 3 basic planes, and I didn't see any, and 2 basic islands that I saw. 3 basic, 4. Yeah, 3 and 4 in terms of basics. Okay, well, I guess they're gonna crack them with the archive trap, I suppose. And then hopefully this ancestral recall should do its job. Okay, that's... Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Tapped? My. Some people just don't learn. Getting into the trials. Alright. Real question here. Do I try to vision into surgical extraction right here while they have seven cards in hand? I heard do it. And also someone Bulo, thank you for the follow. If you want to see more of this, I do stream some Tuesdays. I try to announce it like in the thing below the stream, and nearly every Saturday at around 7. Though it's usually closer to 8 or 9. Though I do try to announce that too. Let's see. Well, let's believe in dreams. I like believing in dreams. I also believe in tapping our opponent out so they can't play Gideon in the trials before we mill them for more. Oh, okay. Ooh, saw another one. Pope Arkosh now following. Thank you for the follow. Thanks, dude. I played Jace's Phantasm. I could play. Yeah, the reason I'm not a big fan of that is because Fatal Push exists, and the mere existence of Fatal Push is enough to make me unhappy with playing that card. Because most people just don't have enough removal to side out. Am I gonna get burned by the orb? No. But I don't have the black mana. Do I quarter myself to get black mana here and try to extirpate Gideon? This is a real question. I'm really afraid of this Gideon. The answer is no for now. But if I have black mana, that's the first thing I'm doing with it. I have the deck. Oh, Carton. Yeah, okay. Alright. What? I see what you're saying now. Like, he owns the deck, and let's see. I'm not gonna Ghost Quarter my stuff so quick in case they mill over the other Gideon. Come on, Gideon. Oh, it's not Gideon. So they're probably gonna play Gideon here. I'm probably gonna get as close as I can to physically cry. Probably plays Phantasms. Oh baby, lay it on me. A big beef stick. Actually, ooh, Colonnade. Oh, it's almost like I can see it coming. And yeah. I don't know if putting myself to one land that was only in black would have been the right move, but would have stopped the Gideon at least. I don't know about the rest of his hands. Well, at least he's gonna deck himself pretty quickly, and then we can just get to work on dealing with Gideon. That's cool. Right, how many other Gideons do they have? So they had Gideon Trials, one Gideon Jura. So 2 Gideon Trials, 1 Gideon Jura. So, provided we mill over Gideon Jura, this should be alright. I'm gonna play it untapped. Yes. So I can just slam it in the Snaring Bridge and figure, and we don't get, so we can have some safety from Colonnade. And then we will de-sphere him when he has 0 cards in library, and we can survive a mana leak. I dislike this Gideon with passion. Well, we haven't hit the other Gideon yet. Oh, Tech Edge. Wonderful. Yeah, probably gonna Ghost Quarter a Colonnade before I play the other lands. Okay. Black. Blue. Glimpse. It's something. Spell Queller. Okay, well. They're gonna mill for tapping that. Why is it still counting down on my clock? Okay. So, don't know why they're playing Supreme Verdict, honestly. You'd think that'd still be there. It's a D-Sphere when they have no cards left. Yes, that's correct. Relic, okay. I'm gonna pop Relic. Be my guest. Pops Relic. Smacks me for 2. Okay. I am smacked for 2. That wasn't just me, right? That was everyone saw the thought. We don't want until then they'll be reckless. We don't want them to let another one either. That is correct. So if I can just tap out, play Ensnaring Bridge. Try to not get smacked by Gideon. Try to decrease their clock as much as possible. and then pass. And also not get smacked by a freaking colonnade. Though D-Sphere into getting smacked a bunch is something that I could see happening. Them playing a D-Sphere on our colonnade. Extirpate's now a useless card, but that's life. They can have more hard counters post board, but yeah. So the plan here is to try to just run them out of cards and try to, let's see, make sure they don't have another Gideon. That's the biggest issue here. Them and their Gideons. This is just blue-eyed Gideons. But yeah, the plan here is to try to tap them out. Not tap them out. Just try to have enough mana to survive Mana Leak. Well, first things first, steal a Spell Queller. I might eventually just play Extirpate so I can see what's in their hands. Alright, yield to these. Oh, Surgical Extraction, that works too. Sure, I'll do it on their turn. Spell Queller, Spell Queller. They have one more Spell Queller in the deck somewhere. Okay, mill them for one. Time is a concern here, though. Sure, let's Surgical there. Let's Surgical Spell Queller. I want to do this on the draw step. What am I talking about? Draw step. Surgical Spell Queller. Life. They do have different types of Gideons. They do. They have the other one. That's why we have to do it on our turn, so they die before they can play the other Gideon. Counterspell. Spell Queller. Okay. Well, that's four Spell Quellers. It's also a counterspell out of their hands. Alright. Oh, this is good. Alright, don't mess up here. Come on, it's... There. This interface is going to kill me. D-Sphere Queller. Hell no, dude! D-Spheres are our only way to not lose this game. I guess get a... Well, I have to... In order to not die, I have to get a basic here. Cryptic. Well, they're milling 4 here, so I'm gonna extirpate. What can I even extirpate that they might have in hand? Actually, no. I'm gonna do it on. We're not gonna lose this turn. Yeah, we're not gonna lose right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Barring a. So they only have 1 snap. Barring a third Snapcaster Mage, which is not something I've seen. Alright, always yield to these. And then, cool, they don't get to draw. Sure, I guess might as well use Extirpate while I can. Hit. So, I see Cryptic, Cryptic. How many Cryptics do they have? They had 1, 2. They only have two to begin with, so they probably don't have a third. I guess we just want to see what's in their hands. I I guess hit snap. Wall bowman, celestial colonies. Okay, let's hit D-sphere, so they can't play that and kill us. But time is a concern. We have no other answers to Gideon's. And also time is a huge concern. They have negate. Damn. Yeah, damn. We need to make them tap out somehow. And like we need to take them off of we need 3 more ghost quarters. Or yeah, I don't even know how we get through this here, because they just have negate, which is the omnipresent ultra counter. And this is one of the only 2 they have in the deck. So fun. Okay. It went down. Okay. What else are they doing? I really wish they play Elspeth here. Well, they would have played Elspeth there. Ghost Quarter my other land. Do I have planes left? Sure. Okay. Yes, get planes. And their hand is what? Gideon Jura negates Serum Visions? So Serum Visions is absolutely nothing. I targeted the player. This is becoming a problem in terms of time. We have no other answers to Gideon's. This is... So we're at 2. So what are our options here? We have no answers to Gideon. So I think our plan here is try to hope they don't negate it. Because negating spell quality gets us nowhere, and D-sphere is our only answer to resolve Gideon. I mean, hey, they could try to be nice to us. Let us try to lose by time, and then we get the 4-trap hand. And here's the negate. And that's that. Yeah, getting into the trials is beating. They may concede at some point. I mean, we're dead. What? Fuck. Shit. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Well, we're dead, because when I F6 try to skip some time, they're not going to concede, because they can just play Elspeth and... Well, no, not Elspeth. Yeah, they can play Elspeth. But they can just kill us here. Yeah, I should have played that land there, but I F6 to try to save time, because I'm at 4 minutes, and that was my mistake. Though I didn't see them conceding when they can just wait for us to draw out or time out by just F6ing through all the turns. So hey, 3-2 is not awful. So yeah. If you like the stream, you want to see some more of this deck, then give me a follow, and I stream every Saturday and most Tuesdays, and yeah. So Frankenstein's pretty awesome. I'm liking it so far. Don't know how great it is compared to Ashiok, but I am liking it so far. I think that's gonna be all for tonight. So if you have any more questions about the deck, I can always answer more. I didn't get to go through the entirety of the metagame matchups that one gentleman asked for, or man, woman, person of indeterminate gender, Lalapif. I did not get to answer their question, but I can. If you're still curious, I'm more than happy to answer next time. Right. Well, this has been Dank Mill and Red Sun Knight signing off.